actually being announced on Hard Knocks. So
they can stay healthy. They have the running game, and it could get better depending on this Cook situation. You know, they have a quarterback who doesn't need to be prime Aaron Rodgers. Like I told people last year, if the Jets just had an average quarterback.
And in today's world of social media, they read what people are saying. And sometimes some players get affected based on what people are saying about them. So I think this is a good opportunity for this young Jets football team to get a little taste of what it's like for the world to be talking about them in a negative light and a positive light. Because you already know there's going to be people talking crap about whatever happens with the Jets and Hard Knocks and vice versa. Some people are going to be praising it. So that's the one thing I will say that I think it's going to help out this Jets team mentally prepare for the pressure that's going to be on the horizon for the entire football season. So we can transition now into a conversation that we're still waiting a decision. But before we do that, I do want to get to all the Super Chats because there have been some Super Chats. So we got first Super Chat, or the second one technically, from Louie. We miss you on your chat, TD. Oh, that makes total right.
Yeah.
Quarterback you, and I've clipped it, and the whole fan base were hyping up to be this god.
Yeah.
Do in order to deal with the Bengals' problem they have. Any new move? And I'm hoping
Play 6 yards.
Poor Jimmy. All right. Number 5 going once. The piece. Do we want to come? Click that link coming to the event and a meeting added to 3 with over 300.
When it matters.
13 seconds.
And you're not answering my question.
13 seconds.
Glenn says, just think the Bills could have had Mahomes and Jefferson, but nope, they took Josh Allen and Diggs. 2017 traded 10 picks to Chiefs, gave min picks for Diggs.
And Diggs about to have the biggest fall off ever this year. Watch.
So HBO has no.
Get called for it. Good job, dude. Good job last year for not getting called for holding almost every freaking play.
Almost every freaking play is such a lie. Stop pushing that fake-ass narrative. I'm not going to let you say that.
Well, let me say this.
It's a lie. Literal lie.
Let me give Sauce a little bit of credit. I love his physicality. I actually love his aggressiveness. I love the tugging and pulling to the point to where it's not egregious. That's the type of corner that I actually love. But I ain't finna sit here and make it seem like he don't do it. So at the end of the day, it's one of those situations where the NFL's officiating this year, they are going to decide if he's going to be a Hall of Famer or if they're going to calm him down a little. And I'm telling you, Richie, unless he done took a whole nother level in his game where he ain't got to do none of that and still be dominant. But at the same token, let's be honest, y'all. I ain't going to knock on Sauce when I say this. All the greats do exactly what he does. That's how you're supposed to play it. But it still don't mean he don't do it, and I'm going to use it. So
the great ones are the ones that know how to get away with it and know the rules, and when he gets touched, it's a handsy battle. And Sauce knows how to hide it, and that's called being a good corner.
And y'all put this one-year wonder over Jalen Ramsey, best corner in the league. 1 year!
The reason why it's not like it's year 5. It's talking about year 1. Rookie. First defensive back since Ronnie Lott to be a first-team All-Pro. That's why there's hyped up.
He's an up-and-coming corner.
I have to agree with TD. I think he gets totally disrespected, but when I see the best corner in the league thing, that makes me roll my eyes. Because you can't start calling somebody the best in the league until they start consistently winning year after year.
Give me 3 years.
And I can agree with that, for sure.
In 3 years, if he looks like in his rookie season, then I will gladly tell you he's the best corner in the league. But I can't agree with people saying, because now there's a year of film. And I know that people hear that, but that's a true thing. There's a year of film. And when there's a year of film, that's when you start to see it. And the referees watch film too. And they look for that holds and they look for that shit. Like they start drawing that stuff out. And when it becomes a public narrative, I remember I was talking to this referee once, we had him on our podcast, and when there's public narratives, like this guy holds all the time, or this guy always does this gets flagged during training camp for the referees. Yes. Sauce Gardner holds and clutch and grabs, watch for this, because they try to get rid of that public narrative. So if he can overcome that this season and keep doing this 2 or 3 years, if he does it again this year, if he's got back-to-back seasons, we can have an honest conversation about it. I can't have an honest conversation and call him the best cornerback in the league after his first season.
And I can totally respect that.
And this year we'll have credibility because you have the toughest schedule in the NFL. Like with our whole division, we're at
Credibility. So you're saying last year there's just no credibility?
Richie, do you want to name to the people all the quarterbacks he played last year?
You want me to name the wide receivers he went up against?
Do you want me?
You
to
want me to
talk
name
about-
the wide receivers that he had to guard?
No. What good is a wide receiver with a trash quarterback?
What good is a superstar wide receiver?
What good is a wide receiver with a trash
Literally,
quarterback?
he went up against all 5 of the top wide receivers in the NFL.
Do you know how much film I watched on Sauce getting burnt, but the quarterback throws short and he catch up?
Show me. Show me that. Bring that up. I can think of maybe 2 or 3. That's it.
Sauce get 8.
That's just
Every corner get 8.
Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is the only receiver that beat Sauce Gardner over the top last year.
No, I look at it
I
like
watched every snap.
No, I look at it like this. He a bum if he let Josh Allen do that to him. That's Josh Allen.
And then he picked him
Josh
off.
Allen.
He picked him
That's
off
Josh
later in
Allen.
that game, though.
That's Josh
picked him
Allen.
off.
Yeah, that was trash time, man. Get out of here. That was Josh Allen.
That was crunch time in the 4th quarter to ice the game.
Richie.
He's the best quarterback in the division.
So let's all do it this year, and then he'll get the respect he deserves.
Hey,
But
no,
y'all
listen.
around-
I completely respect that you can't crown Sauce to be the number 1 corner in the NFL by a large margin. Like, I don't think that should be a narrative. Some people are saying it, and as a Jets fan, I'm like, cool. Some people think he's the best. You're right. He has to be consistently great. But I think the reason why there is so much hype is because the cornerback position in particular usually takes a couple years to develop. They're not that great right away. The fact that he was the first team All-Pro and a Pro Bowler and the Defensive Rookie of the Year in year number 1, that's the reason why there's hype around him. So we can move on from it.
I'm all for the hype.
I just want to stifle the hype one little bit. And the best case study to look at for a first-year corner is Devin McCourty, who turned into a great safety at the end of his career. I call one of the most underrated. One of the most underrated safeties in the league. So I think he got overlooked because he played with Tom Brady. And any kind of great.
Overrated.
So Bill Belichick all the time. He hates New York. He basically hates everything. The fact that the Jets receivers, back when Rex Ryan, of all people, was the coach, was calling the Mr. Double Move, made me just feel so good about things. Listen, Asante Samuel is best known, for those of you who don't know who he is, he's best known for blowing the Patriots' perfect season. During the Super Bowl, everybody always talks about the helmet catch. What a lot of people don't know is the play before the helmet catch. Eli Manning just threw this little flutter up to Mr. Pick Six, who just let the ball go right through his hands. It would have sealed the game. The game's over. The Patriots could have run off the clock. And he ruined the perfect season. He never acknowledges